Feliz Navidad.
You're late for Christmas.
Feliz Navidad. It was Christmas a few days ago. It's basically Christmas.
You're still infected with the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, it's got in my body. Who knows how it got in?
It's not meant to do that.
More importantly, who knows how it'll get out?
It should get out abruptly soon.
Feliz Navidad. Like that.
Okay.
That's how I get it out.
He's ejecting the Christmas spirit.
Oh, it's an exorcism. It's a Christmas exorcism. That'd be a beautiful film.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. A fun Christmas romp about removing a demon of Christmas.
Santa Claus.
No, he's not a demon.
Well,
He's an angel.
You have to invite him in by putting up the tree.
Oh, he's vampire rules apply.
Yeah. Well, vampires are demons, aren't they? I don't know how that works.
No, they're distinct mythological creatures.
You got
How dare you?
How
dare you confuse that folklore?
You've got the three archetypes of mythological creatures. You've got vampires, demons, and Santa Claus.
Yeah.
There is a bit of overlap in that Venn diagram.
Yeah, and that's where other stuff is. Like, werewolves are part vampire, part Santa Claus.
All right, because of the hair.
Yeah, and the Arctic conditions. You don't want to be all furry at the equator. You'll get too hot.
Well, this is a somewhat festive episode of War with a Mate.
Yeah, the New Year's Eve episode.
Yeah, we're about to enter a new year, enter a whole new headspace, because we've also started the game.
Yeah, I mean, the bookkeeping, which is the game, has begun in earnest.
That's all it is. And with this, of course, being a sort of festive special, it means that you and I fall in love at the end. So
can we subvert expectations and not do that?
the whole will they, won't they has finally come to a conclusion.
After not many Ross and Rachel get married in episode 6 of Friends.
I mean, it's not that far off, is it, in Friends? They get married fairly... Oh, no, they get married in Vegas. They get together fairly early on.
Do they?
Yeah. When I think it might be season 1, when he unlocks the door. She unlocks the door at Central Perk. They have the romantic kiss.
Oh, and it's raining and stuff.
Yeah. It was raining earlier. Missed my chance.
You did. Now it's not raining.
Yeah.
You repulse me.
I look great in the rain, like Daredevil sees in the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie.
I blocked that film out of my mind, so I didn't get that reference.
Well, if you don't like art, you don't like art. But we've started it. We've started it. We've started the bookkeeping. We've put all our units into some lovely Excel spreadsheets. We know who they are. We know where they are. We have an idea as to what they'll be doing, because we've got an idea of their relative strength.
Yeah. Mine are scattered all over. My first turn is going to be getting them all back into one unit, so I don't have to do as much bookkeeping.
I've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed you sat across from me for hours tonight, putting together all of your spreadsheets with all your men on, and then realising that you're going to be spending the first turn of game bringing them all to the same spot in the desert, so you can have them line up like it's a fire drill outside the office, doing a head count, and then going, right, you all are now part of a different team in the office. In you go, so I can keep track of your optics better.
Yeah, the Italians are invading. Get to the assembly point.
That's not what a fire drill is.
Yeah, it is. You get to the assembly point.
Right, okay, I'll give you that. You've got a very basic understanding of fire drills.
That's about it. What else do you do?
Shiver. Don't bring your coat. You're not allowed to bring your coat.
No, you bring your coat, your laptop, your bag.
You'd be in so much trouble in the office. So much trouble. I hate that as well, when they go, leave everything. It's like, even my coat, it's on the back of my chair. Can I take that, please?
I've never had a fire drill that strict, I guess.
I've never not had a fire drill that strict. I feel like there's always somebody, usually a fire marshal, funnily enough. And it's like, no, don't take anything. This is for the fire.
I was a fire marshal briefly.
No, you weren't.
Very, very briefly.
Was it for 8 hours during sleep? You dreamed that you were a fire marshal?
No, it was about 3 weeks. And then that company is gone now. And I won't say whether or not it was fire related.
Oh, the thing is, I
had a high-vis vest and everything.
The thing is,
I took that off my chair so people would know I was in charge.
I don't even know which company you're talking about because
they all go bust.
You are such a bad omen. Oh, what does that say for... I mean, to be fair, the company that made this game's already bust, so we can't hurt them.
I would burn their offices down if they existed still.
Oh, they are. They are really getting to us. You know what? What I will say is I'm in a much better mood than I was last time we were looking at this game. Because today, you had a worse time than me.
I had kind of, but it wasn't too bad.
All of your units. So again, anyone keep a note at home, which I would discourage massively, may remember that the biggest type of unit, it's a division. It's a collection of units. It's like the biggest category of a collection of units, in theory. But for some reason, all of Andy's divisions are just scattered all over the place, and they're divided up into smaller groups, which means making so many more Excel spreadsheets because we need to have one for every single
distinct thing.
Yeah, and you've got so many scattered.
Well, my 7th Armoured Division is just sort of scattered across North Africa.
Well, the Libyan Tank Command on my side, they've just decided to pass themselves around and get tacked on to every division that I have. But it's weird, though, because I had to make 51. You had to make 32. It felt like
you just have more units than me, and they're also bigger and more together.
Which made it a lot easier for the copy and pasting from the document we've got to transfer the bulk information into this one. So it was great. It was just sat copying and pasting, going back to callback. People love callbacks. It's like geography. It's like colouring in.
Oh, yeah.
It's just copy and pasting. The game's just data entry.
I mean, that is the game.
But we also have to manifest the data. We have to make it.
Yeah. I mean, if they provided all the ways to track it, I think someone would have finished this by now.
Well, back then, they weren't like us. They weren't technological behemoths.
Yeah, Luddites.
We're machines. We're androids. You're an Andy-droid.
That would be fun. I'd like to replace my body with a robot.
Yeah, no, that's something I've always thought about.
That's my goal for 2025.
Oh, is that your New Year's resolution?
Yes, to replace my body with a machine.
My New Year's resolution is to play this game, but see it in a positive light. Because I feel like learning the rules really set me off in a bad way.
Yeah, I mean, you were furious last week.
They really got to me. They really did. But, it's the end of the year. We're seeing it out. This has been an interesting end to it. And I'm not sure bad is the word, but good absolutely fucking isn't the word.
It was just sort of a neutral event. Just filling in some spreadsheets, looking through some stuff.
Then you see spreadsheets very differently to me. You've clearly got a much more positive view of what a spreadsheet is.
Yeah, I don't mind spreadsheets.
Oh, should be an accountant.
No, because as we'll find out through the game, I'm bad at them. I just don't mind them.
Oh, that's good. That's a good little bit of tactical insight. So you've romanticized them in your head, but you don't know how they work.
Yeah. Like most things.
I'm trying to think. That's it's a bit like me and dogs.
You romanticize dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should not do that in 2025. Maybe use that as your resolution.
That's a bad soundbite, isn't it? Yeah, I romanticize dogs. I think dogs are. I like the idea of having a dog, like a nice dog, like a beagle. I'd want a beagle.
You want a little dog?
Beagles aren't little. They're
medium or small.
They're small to medium. Yeah. You shouldn't go down with your scales. That looks like you're aiming for small. You see small as the extreme. No, I think when it comes to dogs, beagle's the one to go for. Underdog was a beagle, I believe, and he was cool. I don't think my dog's going to be a superhero. My dog will be cool.
No. You get a rubbish dog.
Fuck you. My dog's going to be really cool. Don't know when I'll have a dog, but I just romanticize the idea like we'd be best friends, we'd go out for walks in the park. But then when I think about it, I'm like, oh, but there's a lot involved with a dog. There's a lot involved. And it's not like a person where the person develops and becomes a person. The dog's always a dog. They don't change.
I mean, you can train them.
To do like small things, like
You can probably train a dog to feed itself.
You can train dogs to like find drugs and to like bite people or do jumps, but that's sort of it. It's where dogs That's their peak.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. I'd like a dog to find me drugs.
You shouldn't be using the dog to track down drugs to hoard. That's not a good use of a canine at all.
I think it's a good use of a dog. That's what they probably use them more in their off hours.
In their off, you think that drug sniffer dogs moonlight as drug collectors?
Yeah, like you finish a long day at the airport and you take your canine unit and you go find some drugs.
You'd be a horrible policeman.
Oh yeah, I've avoided law enforcement for that very reason.
As in working in law enforcement or just the presence of the law?
Both.
You're gonna have a horrible time today because the town is crawling with police today. They're waiting for you.
They better stay home.
Let's not levy threats against the police, please.
No, I'm going to stay home, not the police.
Oh, right, okay.
Make that clear.
Don't go out on the streets tonight. I like you, police. Don't go out tonight. So what we have, I heard a lot of fireworks earlier. They're already letting them off.
Yeah, it's festive.
Yeah, well, not really.
No, it's just loud and annoying.
Yeah, I don't like it. But that's probably what it was like out there in the desert, being bombarded, hearing all those loud bangs. Except it wasn't Christmas. It was just a horrible time.
It was Christmas a couple of times.
Yeah. To be fair,
Christmases.
There were a few Christmases.
God, what a horrible Christmas that would be.
Yeah, I would not want to be there. I mean, the weather, yes. Everything else, no. Actually, not even the weather.
It's too extreme.
No, it is.
It's not like a nice beach. It's a desert.
I was about to make a comment of when is a desert a beach? When does it become that? But it's
when
just
it's next to the ocean.
When it's coastal, yeah. Oh, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was meant to be doing the New Year dip tomorrow. Not doing that now. Weather's too extreme. It's not the freezing cold temperatures of going into the ocean in the morning.
You just didn't want to do it.
I was prepared to do it.
Much like me in this podcast, someone was like, do you want to do this? You didn't think it through and said yes. But you managed to get out of it.
Well, it's just the weather, It's bad weather.
It's a bad idea.
It's a refreshing idea.
Don't go in the ocean.
God, imagine that. Starting your day. Quick
Starting
dip in.
your year. As
Yeah.
you mean to go on, freezing cold.
Yeah.
With a tiny shriveled penis.
Well, yeah, but that feels like that's a weird dig to make since that's going to happen either way.
Oh, so just outed your tiny shriveled penis.
Oh, no! My New Year's resolution is to not do that again. I'm going to stop doxing my little penis. But no, I think having a small penis would be fine.
You think it would.
Yeah.
Nice attempt there.
Backtrack. Damage control. Speaking of, when it comes to damage control, I've noticed a bit of a flaw in not a flaw in the rules. There's flaws. I'll not get those two mixed up. This isn't like they've miswrote stuff again. I've got so many more planes than you. I've got 3 times as many planes.
Yeah, but they're all broken.
Yeah, and I'm not allowed to start fixing them the first turn.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because you guys are busy launching an offensive against Alexandria.
Which you need planes for, surely.
About a third of them.
Yeah, I want more.
I know.
You don't have any cap like that?
But you won't get them. Because I'll be bombing the shit out of them before you fix them.
Yeah, that's
turning them into rubble.
That's what I'm worried is going to be the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I also need to figure out how shipping lanes work. I need to bring all my stuff over from Italy. That's how the game works. My side have to ship all of it across the sea, and at the start of every turn, you can destroy up to, I think it's like
50%?
Is it 50 or 75?
I think it's 50 if you're bombing it, and then maybe more if you add like torpedoes and stuff.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, I can lose 50 to 70%. Ugh! Ah! Did you hear that? There was a technical problem, I think, with the mixer there.
Nope, you just completely freaked out for no reason. Stop touching the mixer.
It's
no
my
one
mixer.
can see you. You're not selling anything.
You've got your own mixer. It was for you. I thought I could gaslight you into thinking that there was a technical problem.
No.
Right. Right. Okay. So for context, listener, I'm going to call you out right now.
We're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, we were trying to record an episode. Couldn't figure out why your mic wasn't working properly. You flick the little switch on the back that just turns the mic quiet. Which, to be fair, not really sure why it's a button, I'll give you that. But you were troubleshooting online for half an hour, looking on forums that just kind of rinsed the equipment that we have. And then it turns out it's actually user error, because you just touched the small button.
I think it got flicked in transit. I don't think you can blame me for that.
Flipping track. That's a great movie. Bill Murray, Scarlett Johansson.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You won't find it. It's not the one where. It's not the one where she's the voice of the iPhone. With Waka Phoenix.
Yeah, what a
wacky,
terrible film.
Wacky Phoenix. He's a wacky guy.
Yeah, I've had enough of that guy.
Wacky.
Another 2025 New Year's resolution. I'm not watching any more films by him.
By him?
Or with him in them.
Well, I mean, you've got. I mean, I've not heard great things about the Joker sequel.
I've only heard bad things.
Yeah, it didn't get a good rap at all. I think it was borderline straight to streaming, and that was damage control because they wanted to get some more money.
And I don't think that worked.
No,
it doesn't even seem bad in a way that I want to see it.
It seemed. I mean, it was meant to be like a sort of jukebox musical, and I think people are. I'll not spoil the ending right now because I don't know exactly when we're going to pop this one out. And it's still kind of fresh in the zeitgeist. Maybe there's some people that really want to see it and haven't. Don't know why. Are you that busy? Really?
Okay, if that's you, pause this, go watch it, come back.
Pause it until when?
Until you finish watching Joker 2.
They have to pause it, watch the whole film.
Yeah.
Oh, we should add other little tasks for people to do in that.
Yeah, let's ask things of our audience we don't have.
You know what? Quite an alarming thought I've just had is now. It's that no one ever hears this, and our voices are just in this little bubble somewhere.
Oh, I fully expect us to be just shouting into the void.
Well, I think people get like 4 or 5 of these in, and then they're going to realise this is meant to be about the board game. Why have they not talked about the board game?
Very little to say about the board game.
Because
it turns out several hours of filling in spreadsheets. There's not much to actually go into.
Well, we haven't started going up against each other really yet. This has been bookkeeping. Next time we'll be putting the pieces down on the board.
Yeah.
And choose, because some of them we get to pick where they go. The ones that we've filled out today, they've got pre-assigned bits that they go to. They've got their own spot in the desert that they start. But we also start to get putting stuff down like supply dumps, because we need to keep track of stuff like fuel, water, ammo, all the fun things.
Yeah.
A bit like The Sims, just a bit more violent and sweaty. And we get to put down these supply dumps that are just stashed away in the desert, and we get to put dummy ones as well. So someone's going to pop up towards one of these supply dumps in a few weeks' time and go, "Time to replenish my fuel. Time to replenish my apples or whatever else you're eating." And then they go, "Oh, it's all just a joke. There was nothing here the whole time."
You know what I'm really looking forward to? Is one of us forgetting it's a dummy supply dump, arriving there and having fooled ourselves.
I was thinking either that or defending it to our dying breath with all of our forces and then realising we've defended nothing.
It's a couple of wooden huts with nothing in them.
It would be a great double bluff, though. Like, oh, he's putting all his men there. He's got to be defending something. Nah. Is it tactical?
It's only a good double bluff.
Is it idiocy?
If it, gives you some strategic objective. Otherwise, it's just a dumb thing.
Well, it would. It would make you think that there's something worth having there. Oh, maybe there's a lot of fuel in there. Maybe there's not.
I have my own fuel. I don't need yours.
That's the opposite of the game. That's the worst mentality you could have going into this.
I've
got plenty of stuff. I don't need anything in the desert. Trucks are so important.
Yeah.
You are the chairman of the fuck the trucks movement. And here you are saying, oh, I've got all the stuff I need.
Yeah, why would you put it in a supply dump when you can put it in a truck? That's just a moving supply dump.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, that's a really bad idea.
I'm gonna have everything in transit constantly. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like the bomb in The Dark Knight Rises, where Bane sticks the bomb in the vans and drives them all around town. Well, he doesn't drive them all.
Yeah, he's not driving.
Yeah, I don't think
Bane.
Bane.
A lot less of a cool villain if you just spent the whole film driving a truck.
I don't think he's got a driving license.
Probably not. He's a bit of an anarchist.
Yeah. Well, not really. He's got a cool voice.
Doesn't mean he's not an anarchist. I mean, he isn't, but... Okay, let's have the impression. Go on. Go on.
Victory has defeated you. That was Yoda.
Was it?
Yeah. Well, it was someone. It wasn't Bane.
No, it wasn't anyone.
Nobody cared. I'm going too high. I'm going too high immediately.
Yeah, you're sort of Kermiting it.
No. Nobody cares. No, I'm not even sure what that was.
No.
Trying to find the right level. La 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 la. Nobody cares. No, it's too sing-songy. I'm doing the Dark Knight Rises musical parody.
God, that would suck. As both a concept and your execution of it.
Yeah, my execution of it would be lackluster at best.
Yeah. And you still owe me a full musical, so don't work on another one.
Oh wow, really thought you'd forgot about that.
Nope.
Oh, that's bad. That is that's what, 6 years ago now?
Maybe longer, but yeah, you do owe me and a couple of our friends a musical.
Do you remember the name of it? Because I do.
Cameroon something?
No. Cameroon was what is it? Not protagonist, not antagonist. Detragonist?
Side character.
Yeah, guy number 2. He's sort of the dame, where the sort of the comic relief, who's the through line, where between each sort of scene they'll go, oh well, that was, oh, get that, oh, and then a sort of sexually charged comment. That's what the dame is. You're clearly not a fan of theatre.
No.
But the musical is called Happy Anniversary and Thank You.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Maybe this year will be the year.
Maybe this anniversary of us, because it was the anniversary of us playing D&D, and I said I would do that, and it's coming up to 7 years that we've been playing.
Yeah, I think if it gets to 10 years, there's some sort of punishment's required.
This isn't Impractical Jokers.
You can't delay a promised musical 10 years.
James didn't deliver a musical 10 years in the making him tonight's big loser. So now he has to get a tattoo of...
The musical. The full script.
Tattoo of the musical. Like hieroglyphics.
All the sheet music and the script.
You think I know how to get sheet music put together for this musical? You are going to be sorely disappointed. One, when I don't deliver it.
How are you going to pay... that too. How are you going to provide the music to the, I assume, full orchestra supporting this one-man show?
Copyright infringement.
Oh, you're just going to play...
We're going to play licensed songs. It means you can't record it and send it to people.
I will. I'll just edit the songs out for something that doesn't fit.
That's going to be so much worse. Going on Fiverr and getting some background track.
Yeah.
We started the game. It's happening for real now. It's for realsies. And we started it this year with, a few hours to go. But we did it.
Scraped under the line of a goal we weren't aiming for, I don't believe.
No, I don't think it was a hard goal. We kept on saying that we're going to start the game. Then there were so many obstacles to start the game, like learning how the game works. Now we've done it. We've done it,
boy.
Yeah,
we're in.
We've kicked off the lid. We've climbed inside. Not really sure what the analogy is for that.
No.
The box isn't that big.
It's pretty big.
You couldn't climb inside.
You couldn't put a person in it.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't.
No, any size of person, really.
No, not really. I reckon when it comes to the longevity of the game, we might be selling it short. It might be a lot longer than we've realised.
We'll get into a rhythm with it. Well, as we understand the rules.
The description of this scenario that we're doing for the practice is 25 to 50 hours.
Yeah.
We're doing this it's like a 4-hour stint every week, isn't it? So that's still a lot.
Yeah, it's quite a while.
I mean, that's months.
Basically, the goal for 2025 is to finish the learning intro bit.
No, that can't be the whole resolution. The resolution has to be that we've done twice.
We've done the same thing twice, yeah.
Oh, that's a horrible thing to realise about this, that we're doing this first 6 turns twice.
Yeah. And then we're doing another 106 turns.
And then we're going to do 2 of the turns blindfolded.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, that's going to give you
hamstring yourself.
It's going to give you a bit of an unfair advantage then, because the game is mostly data entry.
Yeah, which is hard if you can't see.
Wow, way to malign the blind listeners.
Okay.
That was not cool.
I apologise.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I feel awful now. I'm going to go into 2025 feeling bad.
Yeah, make that your resolution.
To feel bad.
Yeah. I'll keep you in check.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty ill, so I can add more badness in.
You are quite ill.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of periods today where you've just sort of had a pause and then coughed quite a bit. I'm spick and span.
Yeah.
Got a great immune system.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe it's the booze.
You the one I'm drinking now, the Amstel beer.
Fancy lad.
Yeah, that's me. Fancy lad. What is it? Fancy lad cream cakes from Fallout. It's one of the snacks you can get. Yeah.
You're more of a Fallout fan than me, I guess.
Suppose so. What are you a fan of?
Oh no, it's too broad a question. I'm panicked. I've deers and headlights.
He's got no interests.
I'm a deeply boring person.
Well, the game says a lot about that. If we had any sort of good interests, we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, we would have picked something else for the podcast.
Yeah, we'd be talking about...
Not doing a podcast, just been doing hobbies.
Yeah, we're doing this as... It's a combination of a way to guilt us into making sure we keep playing the game, and I think also like a vanity project, or a way for you to launch your acting career so you can join the MCU.
Yeah, I would like to transition this podcast into an MCU role.
Yeah. So, I actually asked you this earlier. If you were in the MCU, who would you play?
I'll be Molecule Man.
Molecule Man. Can't say I know him.
He's cool.
Is he?
He's just the same guy in every multiverse. He's just a guy who's the same everywhere.
That is sort of who you are.
Yeah. And then I think Doctor Doom uses him as like a battery or something to destroy the multiverse.
So you want to be used as a battery by Robert Downey Jr.?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, the look of... I don't know if it was arousal or... There was some sort of gratification you just had on your face there, you dirty boy.
I'd describe it as non-sexual arousal.
That's not a... No, it probably is a thing. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on arousal here. If I was an expert on arousal, what I wouldn't be doing is spending my
board games.
Yeah, that's clearly not in my repertoire. What is in my repertoire is bookkeeping and data entry and committing to an arduous task that we just have to finish.
I mean, we don't have to. We could just stop now.
Could we?
Yes.
Well, what I did see earlier on, I mentioned to you, is the game that we bought has been purchased again. People are now selling mint condition versions of this game
for less than we bought it, which is fun.
By quite a bit.
We've started a gold rush.
I think we have, because this game hadn't been sold in mint condition online for a long time. We happened to come across it in mint condition and bought it, and now there's been 3 of them in the last month. And they're all selling for less. I think somebody saw the price we paid for it, thought it was worth more than it was, tried to sell it, everyone else jumped on the bandwagon. We've inflated the price of this game.
Yeah, we've market manipulated.
Yeah, but we're not getting anything from it.
No, we've not we bought at the top.
Oh, Andy, I swear to God, if someone else starts a podcast with one of these cheaper board games...
I mean, it would be frustrating because 1, they paid less money, and 2, it'll almost certainly be better than this.
I bet they've got more people. They'll have more charisma. They won't be as brave or humble, obviously.
Or subtle.
Or subtle. They can't be, our big selling points. But they could tick off some of the other boxes. Like knowing what they're doing.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
Good at games.
Yeah. Releasing the podcasts weekly instead of dropping the first, 10 in bulk. This one's going to be caught in the bulk release.
We're not dropping all... Let's not talk about this on mic. They don't need to listen to us do admin about a game that's admin. It's too many layers of admin.
Andrew, we will be dropping so many of them all in one go.
I know we're dropping a lot, but we're keeping some in reserve. So maybe in future, once we've got a weekly schedule going and I'm this ill, we could just miss one.
Well, no, we'll record separately. We'll do little bits in between. People just have to listen to me ramble alone, insane.
I'm sure they'll like that.
No, they won't. Actually, if they're listening to this, I don't know what they like. I don't know why they're listening. It's either because they know us personally and it's out of pity, or they just want to listen in. Maybe they feel left out. And there are friends and
Well,
family.
this is going to be the cultural event of 2025.
For us.
When I'm cast as Molecule Man and they go back and they go, I wonder what this guy's done before.
And then
it's a bad podcast.
And then you get cancelled for maligning the deaf community. Sorry, blind. Deaf community.
Let's stop bringing attention to that.
Yeah, sorry, the deaf community haven't been maligned. However, I suppose they're inherently excluded.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah, they are inherently excluded from this, unfortunately.
Transcripts.
Yeah, well, that's going to translate even worse because, actually, to be fair, it's not like the sort of... What will be confusing for them is the Bane impression I just did. Because they're not going to know if you're being facetious.
Oh, I'd like to make that very clear for anyone reading the transcript. It was bad. It was just a bad impression.
Mute button. Where's your mute button?
Stop fucking with the mixes. One, they can't see you making physical jokes. And two, it'll fuck stuff up.
I can do lots of physical jokes.
Stop.
What's this one?
I don't know.
What's that one?
No, you're deep throwing a beer bottle.
But that's not what happened.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And there's a little cough for you. Just proof that I'm ill.
I'm going to edit that out.
You're going to have a fucking nightmare dealing with this. It's just sniffling and coughing.
It doesn't help that it's New Year's Eve. We're fairly merry. So, yeah, what is an attempt to put together a slightly coherent podcast after hours of entering data while having progressively more beers is... I mean, one, I think some of the battalions that I've entered today might be labelled fairly incorrectly.
That's not good. That's really bad, man.
I know for a fact that I've got a labelling system I've got where I've put SCE next to all of them, so I know it's for the scenario. And when I had a cursory glance when I was counting how many I had, it was missing from a lot of them.
Of course. Why just copy it into a new folder?
No, I need to know that this is for the scenario. Then I'll copy it into a folder. I'll remove the SCE for the ones that have it.
God, this is going to be a fucking mess.
This is going to be fine. I'm going to go back through during the week. I'm going to have a little look over. Panic. Because I can't remember how it's meant to look.
God.
They don't make it easy.
No, they don't. But
No, I said I'm not going to get frustrated at the game anymore. You know what? No, that's next year. Fuck this game.
Okay, here we go.
No, this game...
Get it all out, buddy.
This game isn't well written. It's not well designed. It's a bad game.
There's a few mistakes.
There's a few mistakes. We've got 9 pages of addenda, which are on top of the in-book addenda. Then I've made my own list, because they've started to make more mistakes.
There's always going to be some addenda. There's a lot of stuff.
Right, have a look in the Monopoly rulebook, and find how many addenda pages there are that come with it.
Yeah, that's just on edition fucking 50 million. They've ironed out the bullshit.
No, they haven't. It's all the same. It's the same game over and over.
Yeah, but the first edition, they got a lot wrong. The rules were a nightmare. You've never seen the addenda for...
First edition Monopoly.
First edition.
I'd love to do that. I'd love to go back and find an OG Monopoly set and just see how it's evolved.
Well, it used to be the Landlord game.
The Landlord game?
Yeah, that's what Monopoly used to be called.
That was its name?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was its name.
It was also designed as a game that was meant to be boring, long, and frustrating, and as a critique of capitalism. And now it's the most sold board game in the world.
I thought that was the Bible.
No, the Bible isn't a long-form board game that's a critique of capitalism.
Yeah, I've clearly...
You've mixed that up.
I've misread the scripture, it would seem.
Hey, at least you gave it a go. Maybe this is why you're having such trouble with the rules. Poor reading comprehension.
It's confusing, though, because when it comes to Monopoly, you have to deny the doubles 3 times.
Oh, that's not even something.
One of the most niche areas of comedy is the Venn diagram that overlaps between Monopoly and the Bible. And I've just delved into that right here.
That's going to be a shockingly rich field.
It's niche, but God, is it rich and full.
Yeah, comedians have been mining that niche for years.
Oh, I can see it now. Michael McIntyre. This floppy hair. Telling the relatable joke about it.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever noticed Monopoly isn't the Bible?
Oh, he's got an eye for it, hasn't he?
Oh.
Sees all the things happening.
He sees between the lines of reality.
Yeah, no.
What happened to him?
I think it's...
He was like everywhere.
I think he was
for a
just
while,
born that
and
way.
they just sort of, oh, okay. We have different issues with him.
I think, you know what? He's successful. I'll give him that. Michael McIntyre is a successful comedian.
Yeah. You know what? We'll leave the jury out on Michael McIntyre. He has 1 year to come on the podcast and entertain us as a guest, or we will declare him the worst comedian of 2025.
Stop doing, like, Joker-esque, like, ultimatums to the police and to Michael McIntyre, telling them they need to come onto a podcast and not go to town, otherwise there's some sort of consequence.
I've got 2 goals for the podcast this year. To parlay it into a role in the MCU as Molecule Man, and to bully Michael McIntyre onto this podcast.
I've got some bad news for you, Andrew. You said that's your goal for this year. We've got hours left.
Well, I better get a move on.
Whoa, put the phone away. Oh my god, he's tweeting at... it's not even tweeting anymore, is it Xing?
I'm Xing threats at Michael McIntyre.
Leave him be.
Come on my podcast or I'll be mean about you.
Hey, this isn't a place where we get to judge anyone. We don't get to look down on anyone. We don't get to... We only look up from this little place we're in.
From the bottom.
From the bottom. We look up at people. We admire them and their accomplishments. And then we hope...
Threaten them.
Then we hope one day, after the threats and after the admiration, they'll look down at us and they'll go, well, they're doing something as well. They're playing SPI's, the campaign for North Africa. And they don't have to, but they're doing it.
Yeah, and
because
they
they're
can't
brave.
make fun of us because that's punching down.
They're brave and they're subtle.
And humble.
Yeah, no, they're humble. They're definitely humble.
Yeah.
That's why we're at the bottom. Because we're humble.
Yeah, we don't want to be above anyone.
We don't.
That would be rude.
We don't want to be above anyone. We don't think we're above
Until I
anyone.
become a Hollywood star.
Well,
I'm going to be one of the worst.
well, on the pod you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But when you're in the MCU, you've got to, take, yeah.
No autographs for anyone. Because I'm better than them.
Oh, are we doing that? Or are you doing, like, charge £500?
My signature's worth more than £500 if I'm in the MCU.
What
if
do you think
anyone
it's-
wants my signature based off the podcast, of course, it's free and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
They're just using it to get you in trouble.
They're using it to steal my identity.
It's so we're going to go into a year now where we're going to be spending the whole year playing the game.
I mean, we'll probably do some other stuff.
But the whole year we're going to be playing the game, like throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
We've only done a little bit of it. We haven't even really played the game this year.
No, we've
done many
we
like
sort of-
situations.
We've learned the rules
We have.
as well as we can, and we've started the bookkeeping.
Well, you know what? We deserve. This is humble, by the way. We deserve an attaboy for learning these
That's
rules.
not humble.
For learning these rules.
That's not as humble. We don't deserve anything.
We do. We do. But you know who we deserve it from?
Michael McIntyre
Each other.
and his entire roadshow.
Just us.
I'm not going to do that.
He doesn't have a roadshow anymore. He's
God.
static now.
Maybe this can relaunch his career.
You think this is the springboard that Michael McIntyre needs?
Well,
to
if it
bounce-
has enough leverage to threaten him onto the show, then yes.
I'm pretty sure he's on the wheel.
What is that?
The wheel.
I don't know.
The wheel. The wheel.
This isn't helping me. You're just saying things at different pitches.
It's the same pitch. If you go back and analyze the audio, you will find that it's actually looking at the sound, it is different. Yeah,
I mean, that's a concerning thing from our audio engineer.
yeah. That's don't call me that. I'm the person who has the app that we use to edit the software, edit the sound.
You're editing the software.
Yeah, that's your wheelhouse. I shouldn't be doing that.
I'm not going to do that. Let's leave the software to the good folks at Audacity.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Oh, shout out to Audacity. We're using them to edit the episode. So if this sounds really good, it's a coincidence. It's the way that it turned out, and Audacity happens to be the program that we use. I'm not using it properly, so it can't be down to them. I'm sure their program is great, but I don't know how to use it. It's really user friendly. I've got no idea how it works.
Okay, so our audio production is a lot like an infinite number of monkeys, but we have one.
Got one monkey.
And if they end up with a podcast, boy, that's lucky.
We got one monkey. We got no listeners. We're in the sweet spot. I think they call it the Goldilocks zone.
Wow, you really tickled yourself with that.
No, it just made me realise the futility of what's going on, and I'm going to be editing all these episodes. It's about a game that no one's finished. No one wants to hear about it, and if they do want to hear about it, we're barely talking about it. So there's nothing here for
really
anyone.
No Venn diagram.
Oh, we keep on talking about Venn diagrams. We keep on talking about Venn diagrams and damage control.
Charts.
Oh.
So, do you have any goals off this for 2025?
Play it. Talk about it. That's what we've started. No, again, we started the podcast.
Be doing that. That's not a resolution. That's just a thing that's happening. Would you like to threaten anyone?
No, you've done plenty of that.
I'm not. I've threatened one person a lot.
You threatened Michael McIntyre, and you made a thinly veiled attack on the police force.
No, I didn't. You misunderstood me there. I love the police.
All right, okay.
That's pretty much.
Well, no, I'm not going to threaten anyone. What I will say is that this podcast surely has to get more about the game eventually.
I mean,
maybe
next time. We keep saying that, but yeah, we'll have stuff to actually talk about related to the game, which will be fun.
Yeah, this is us just kicking back a little bit. It's the end of the year. We've started this.
Boy, we've earned it.
I think we've earned a little bit of R&R. Do you not?
Yeah.
The R being recording, and the R being reconnaissance, of which I have
and the
two.
Third R, a reckoning for Michael McIntyre.
He's done nothing but steadfast comedy in the industry for a good decade now.
Also, if he was ever in a room with me, I would pussy out so fast of a man who seems very friendly.
I mean, yeah, I don't. You know what? I've never seen Michael McIntyre in like an interview type situation. I've only ever seen him when he's in sort of performance mode. Wonder if he's
sharing laughs with the world.
Yeah. Oh man. You know what? What a great guy. You've really turned me around on him. I don't know if that was your intention, Andy, but man,
it wasn't.
What a guy.
I just want him to be on the podcast.
I want to shake that man's hand. That's my resolution.
To shake his hand.
In 2025, I will shake Michael McIntyre's hand.
Well, we sort of can parlay my thing of getting him on the podcast via loose, vague threats. And if he shows up, you can shake his hand.
The podcast at the moment doesn't have any format. We're getting him onto a podcast where we're talking about him coming on the podcast. We've just created an Ouroboros of Michael McIntyre content. It's just a closed loop. Well, clearly we've got nothing more to say about the game today, and to inflict any more words on anyone listening in, it would just be under false pretenses. So what we will do is we'll wish you Christmas is past, but maybe you're listening this next to another Christmas, and we can wish you a live Happy New Year, but again, if you're listening to it afterwards, which you will be by default, it's past. So I hope you kept your resolutions.
Maybe make it a tradition to listen to this every New Year's Eve.
Every New Year's Eve, listen to this, and remember, you can always make a resolution, and it doesn't always have to be a threat.
It's less. I just want him on the pod, but
Why?
I feel like threats are the way to go.
It's not.
So anyone listening, tweet Kevin Feige to get me in the MCU and Michael McIntyre, ideally in the same tweet.
It's called Xing now.
That does sound like a threat. No one X Michael McIntyre.
Any sign off for the year, Andy? Anything you want to say to the person listening?
Have a great year, everyone.
Have a swell one.
And I promise the next one will be about the game a bit.
Yeah, that's it. The resolution is next year, the podcast will be more about the game.
We're going to have formats. We're going to take notes beforehand. We might have segments, and it'll be about the game.
And you'll be there for the whole ride. Me, Andy, and you. You, Michael McIntyre. You'll be here right by our side. Well, have a great time, whatever you're doing. Sweet dreams.
And stay subtle, humble, and brave.
Fuck the trucks. Happy New Year. Feliz Navidad.
What a mess.
Feliz Navidad.
Okay, stop it.